We're back, and in this video, I'm taking on the easy license plates of the world map. You know, license plates are a very important thing when playing Geoguessr to figure out which country you're in, so I'm going to try my best to get a 20k plus on every single seed. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Geoguessr YouTube channel. I was away for a few days, but I'm back now, grinding out some videos, and we're going right back to the Geoguessr training. License plates, like I said, are so key for Geoguessr. If you can recognize which license plate you're seeing of which country, it can help you get a fast and good score, like super fast. So I'm hoping that I can do well on this map. Hopefully I know all or at least most of the license plates, but if there are some license plates I don't know, hey, I guess we're here to learn. And before I click play, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We're on the way to 100 subscribers, and I know 100 doesn't sound like that much, but I'd really appreciate if you guys could hit that button. I mean, each video is getting well over 100 views, so I'm hoping to hit that 100 subscriber mark very soon. So help me out with that. Let's get right into this gameplay here. I've never played this map before. We're going to do no moving. We're going to allow pan and zoom. We're going to do no time limit. We're just here to study. We're here to learn, right? Hopefully you guys can learn something in this video. Hopefully I learned something in this video. So let's get right into it. No challenge link for today. You guys can kind of just guess which country I'm in along with me. So, number one here. This should be fairly simple. So let's take a look here. We see what looks to be Hebrew language. We see these black and white stripe poles, yellow and black stripe poles, and yellow license plates are common in some countries around the world. Now, I'm sure a lot of you, when you first looked at this round, thought immediately maybe Netherlands or Luxembourg, and then you looked at the buildings and thought, wait, that doesn't make any sense. Where am I? This crossing sign helps too with the many dashes on both sides of the man. Yellow license plates on the front and back, but the Hebrew language really sets it apart, and the deserty landscape, this almost Middle Eastern architecture, tells me that we are in Israel, guys. Israel has Hebrew language, yellow license plates on the front and back, so, you know, sometimes if you're quick and you don't really take a look at your surroundings, you might guess something like Netherlands, Luxembourg, or even UK when you see yellow license plates. But this is Israel. Very recognizable, like, combination. If you see yellow license plates and you see, like, this kind of architecture, it's gotta be Israel. Now, I know, like, Colombia also has yellow license plates, but they're not the same shape as these. See, these have, like, the European shape, even with a bit of blue on the side. But yeah, this is just Israel. We'll guess in, what, Jerusalem, Tel Aviv? We'll guess just near Tel Aviv, and we'll see what kind of score we get. Oh, we got a new badge. Cool. That's from February 20th. Not sure why I'm getting that now, but hey, we were in Rishon LeZion. Don't really know how to pronounce it, but we were just south of Tel Aviv. Oh yeah, there's a new UI, and you can hit space to continue between rounds. Geoguessr are doing some great improvements, so I love it. Now, this round, I think I know which country I'm in already just by looking at some of the cars, looking at some of the license plates, and let's see if you guys can figure this out. If you could, great. What was the big giveaway here? Well, for me, number one was this license plate I saw right here. It's a European style plate, but it's much shorter than most other European plates that would go over to here and here. Plus, there's a blue strip on both sides of the license plate. And there's really only one country that does that. Well, France does it a little bit, but their plates are a bit wider than this. But Italy is the country that does this. Now, I'm taking a look around. Italy makes a lot of sense to me. San Marino is interesting too because their license plates can be similar. You can see these in San Marino, but also when I look around, I see this. I believe that's an Alfa Romeo. No, maybe not actually. I could be wrong about that, but yeah, there's a couple of Italian cars around here, and then you just see the blue strips absolutely everywhere. That's a smart car, and there's a Fiat, so everything lines up for Italy. So we'll just guess. I mean, do we just guess Rome? I guess we're just going to guess in the capitals, right? Or biggest cities, at least. Of course, Tel Aviv's not the capital of Israel. That was just Milan, which actually makes a lot more sense with the architecture. Felt more northern Italian. Didn't really feel like Roman architecture, but, well, yeah, I guess Roman architecture. But, hey, we take what we can get. So this is an interesting round, guys. We have some more yellow license plates. Now, let's take a look around. What language do we see? Curaduria Urbana Cartagena de Indias, yeah, so exactly what I thought. So this architecture to you guys might have felt a bit European, but when you saw the yellow license plates, remember how I said in Colombia they also use yellow license plates, but the shape isn't the same as the European shape, right? The European shape is more rectangular, wider. This is a Colombian license plate, and when you look around, yeah, like I said, this architecture doesn't really feel South American maybe to you guys, but you see this language everywhere. It's Spanish, clearly, and of course when I read this sign I saw Cartagena. Yeah, you know it's in Colombia. Cartagena is one of the bigger cities. It's on the coast up here next to Barranquilla. And yeah, so we should just be in Cartagena, which is why this architecture looks a little bit different. Almost a little more Caribbean in a way. It's not the typical Colombian architecture I guess you'd see in somewhere like Bogota or even Medellin. But yeah, this is Cartagena. Should be at least, and we'll give it a guess. The Colombian license plates really, really helped us out with that. And hey, another score, 49.95. Let's move on to round 4. So far, these rounds have been pretty easy. And more yellow. Oh boy. Okay. Yellow license plates seem to be a theme so far. We've had 3 of the 4 rounds have yellow license plates. And this one, well, this one's a little bit easier too, guys. This is maybe the one that a lot of you know right off the bat. And that is the UK. When you see front license plates that are white in the European style, but rear license plates that are completely yellow, you can only be in the UK. Plus, you see these cars are driving on the left. This is a beautiful street, by the way. It reminds me a lot of my hometown where I live, St. John's, Newfoundland, where we have a thing called Jellybean Row, where we have a lot of like brightly colored houses just like this. This city looks absolutely beautiful, and it feels more Scottish to me, if I was to guess. Not just because I saw Scotland Street, but, you know, these big hills like this, it feels more northern UK than anything. So I feel like I'm just going to guess somewhere in Scotland. I don't know if this is Edinburgh. It might be. I might as well just guess there, right? Why not? We're going to guess in Scotland, but these license plates, again, yellow on the back, white on the front, driving on the left. Yellow on the back, white on the front, as far as I know, is exclusive to the UK, so we'll guess in Edinburgh. It was just Brighton. It was actually on the southern part of England. That's why it maybe looked more like where I live. A little more, if you look at Newfoundland here and you look at the latitude of each of these, pretty similar, right? So, yeah, it was just Brighton. I probably should have got a better score on that, but we got the country correct, and we are on to the final round of this seed. Now, okay, so this is interesting. So this plate, it looks like there's blue on both sides, but with the blue on this side being a little lighter, not as big as the other side, but also the plate is wider than the Italian plates we saw in the previous rounds. And do you guys remember what I said before? When the plate is wider and you have a blue strip on both sides, that usually means France. And I'm hoping that I'm not wrong about that, but the architecture feels French enough to me. These license plates don't look narrow enough to be Italian. I can't really see a whole lot going on here. There's really not a lot of text. So this round really makes you rely specifically on the license plates, and I kind of like that. I kind of like that a lot. So as far as I know, the French license plates with 2 blue strips have this side, like I said, a little bit bigger, a little bit more noticeable than this side. So I think we're just going to have to go with France here. I'm not sure where to guess in France. Typically when I've seen these blue strips, it's been southern France. I don't know if that's like a true thing, so maybe I'll just guess Lyon. It could just be Paris. It very well could be. I'm not sure which cars or trucks have the 2 blue strips and what region it is, but I'm pretty sure this is France, and we'll send it. Okay, it was north. It was in, where was I? Troyes. We were in Troyes. So, yeah, few results. Did I get 20K? I did! I set the goal of 20K in every single seed at the start of the video, and we got 20K barely as we leveled up to level 62. I'm super pumped with that. Yeah, I mean, let's just take a look at the breakdown of this map. So, obviously, everything completely in Europe. This Italian, I should have got it, was Milan, but I managed to get the country every single time. Well, not everything in Europe. We got 3 Europe, 1 Israel, and then 1 in Cartagena, Colombia. Yeah, very, very interesting. I'm quite pleased with this. I gotta say, this is a fun map. Really fun. I knew all these license plate metas, but we're gonna play again, and I'm hoping that we can see some license plates that I'm not familiar with, because all 5 of those were pretty famous Geoguessr license plate metas, right? So we're gonna jump into this one here, and okay, so this is one that I was hoping I would get. I was really hoping I would get this, because when you look here, you see all these black license plates with white text. Now, there's a problem with that. Indonesia and Malaysia both use black license plates. And one thing I haven't studied is how to tell the difference between the two. You can see there's some text on top, text on bottom. Now, I know, see, there's like a little gap in this license plate here where it looks like white and then a bit of black and then a bit more white. I believe that one of these countries does the license plates like that, and I want to say it's Indonesia, but I don't remember, guys. This is a big problem. Both countries drive on the left. The architecture looks pretty similar. when I look out into this city, I mean, this could easily just be Jakarta. It could be Kuala Lumpur. I'm not sure. So, what do? Let's take a look to see if there's any more context clues as to which country we're in. This yellow and black stripe post, I don't think it means anything. However, in Malaysia, you do see white and black stripe posts, so maybe that feels a bit more Malaysian to me. Overall, I did get more of a Malaysia vibe, though these roofs might be more Indonesian, right? So it's very difficult for me. I mean, I guess Singapore might be an option. I'm really not sure about Singaporean license plates, but yeah, I'm pretty confident it's one of the two. I'm leaning towards Malaysia, so what we're going to do, this is a pretty cool reflection. I was going to say the car looks pretty normal. It's just a Hyundai Elantra, but yeah, very cool. Look at that red there. Anyway, I get distracted. I'm going to go Kuala Lumpur, but this could easily be like Penang. It could be Johor. It could be Singapore. It could just be Indonesia. Let me take a close look at the license plates to see if I can remember for next time. So it seems to be that there's a little gap here. It's a little bit of white text, gap, and more white text, with the right side having more text. Same there. Let's take a look. This one here has some top and bottom 2 levels. This one here definitely has a gap as well. I'm going to have to study these after the video. But, yeah, I know it's Malaysia or Indonesia. At least I think it is. So we're going to go Kuala Lumpur, and we're going to send it. It was Singapore. Okay. So, I guess Singapore can have those as well. That's something I'm going to have to take a look at. Actually, I probably should have guessed Singapore if I was hedging for a good score. It's a little closer to Jakarta than Kuala Lumpur, and I would have got, again, 4K points if it was in Kuala Lumpur. So, maybe I should have guessed Singapore there, but and it felt more Singaporean. It felt like a big city, but I digress. That's fine. I'm glad that I went with my gut, because that's something I haven't done as much as I maybe should. So we got that one wrong. It was Singapore. We didn't get the country right for the first time, but that's okay. We move on. Now, we have some more yellow license plates with sort of desert-looking landscape. More yellow license plates as far as the eye can see. And as far as I know, this should just be Israel again. Unless I'm missing something big, I think this is just Israel. Now, I don't think we have any Hebrew around here to help confirm that. Maybe I can't really read that. I mean, these numbers are just numbers. That's fine. You know what? No, I'm not gonna look for Hebrew. This is about the license plates. I told you guys. Hopefully my hint works, right? You see this almost like Middle Eastern type of architecture, this European shape of license plate. I'm just gonna send Israel. We see some palm trees. We see some white buildings. It's pretty green. Maybe I'll guess a little further north. Maybe somewhere up here near Haifa. Maybe somewhere between Netanya and Haifa. Could be very wrong, but we're going to go Israel again. And we were just in Netanya. It was a bit more north of Tel Aviv. As I thought, it gets a little more green the more north you go. Not to say there's no green patches down here, but usually you can play a numbers game, and if it's quite green in Israel, you can guess a little more north. So, very happy with that. Very, very happy I got Israel. The hint worked out, and let's move on to the next round. Okay. I think I have a country in mind already, and that country is Russia. Now, I'm going to need to look around at some signs and some language to confirm, but the reason I say that is because I looked at this car, and it's a European-style plate, but with no blue strip at all. And if you guys watch some of my previous videos, especially the capital cities one, I mentioned about the Ukrainian plate having a Ukrainian flag on the left side with blue on top and yellow on bottom, and you don't see that here. I mean, just looking at the road, it feels very Soviet, right? Big lanes going this way with these cars just straight up. This is kind of whack to me that they can just park here in the middle of a lane, but whatever. But these streetcar lanes in the middle, this feels so Soviet to me. I could very well be wrong. That's the problem. Like, it could be, I mean, like, there are some countries in Europe that don't have blue strips as well. And actually, the more I look, I'm not really seeing Cyrillic, so I'm starting to question my first instincts here. No, that's a stop. Stopka. So that is Cyrillic for sure. This is definitely Cyrillic. That is 100% Cyrillic. Okay, so there is some English, some Cyrillic, which is actually kind of good news that it's probably just a big city in Russia. This is probably just Moscow, on the outskirts of Moscow. It definitely doesn't feel like the city center. This building is probably very iconic. Oh, and this sign here, the white diamond with a yellow diamond inside. I don't know if that's exclusively Russian, but it's definitely common in Russia. So, yeah, my instinct right off the license plates off the bat was Russia. All the surroundings seem to indicate that it's Russia. I'm going to go in big city in Russia. We're just going to guess Moscow because what else are you going to do, right? Okay, it was Novokuznetsk. Yeah, I mean, it didn't really feel like urban Moscow, as I said. And rip to the 20k score. I don't think it's possible anymore. But I don't think I would have ever gotten Novokuznetsk. It's so hard to commit to this part of Russia, you know. Like I said, didn't feel like Moscow. Felt a little more Siberian, but I'm not going to guess out in Siberia, guys. I just want to make sure I'm getting the license plates right for the country, and that's what matters to me. So let's move on to the next round. Round 4 out of 5. As we're looking around, we see some cars, we see some white front plates, some yellow rear plates, and some English. And what does that mean? That means UK. We got here Harvey Scaffolding, CITB, registered, fully insured. We know this is the UK for sure. Hopefully I can get a better region guess last time. I got pretty much the opposite side of the country last time, which was a little frustrating. I was really hoping I could have got a good score, but maybe we'll try to get a better score here. This says... I mean, what could this say? What could this say? Because it's something city council, but it's covered by this cardboard sticker. Could that be a B? B-R-I-O-T-O-E? Brighto? No, I don't think so. Oh, man. Okay, so I guess we're not going to be able to get the city. But this is definitely UK. I mean, what's funny, the houses feel very similar to last round, where they had, like, these bright colors, and that was more southern England. Who knows? Or it could be these Oh, is that just Bristol? Could that just say Bristol? That could very well say Bristol. B-R-I-S-T-O, and that's an L. I thought that was an E for sure because of this white line, but I think this is just Bristol. And that would actually make a lot of sense, wouldn't it? Now, where is Bristol? Oh, I forget where Bristol is. Oh, no, guys. Though, if anyone's watching this from the UK, you're probably losing your mind right now, realizing I don't know where Bristol is. Well, it's not in Wales, I can tell you that. There's Bristol. I knew it was southern England somewhere. Here's Bristol, as I figured. And, yeah, I don't have the road names, but I'm glad I got the city. I knew it was the UK right off the bat, but I wanted to get a good region guess this time, and sure enough, we do. It's right there in Bristol, at the intersection of Argyle Road and Brigstock Road. So, quite happy that I got the UK again, and the city this time, which is awesome. And I think we're just ending with is this just London? Another UK round with yellow rear plates, white front plates. I mean, these are London taxis, are they not? I mean, I think this is just London. Like, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure those are London taxis. Oh, these buildings are probably very recognizable. We got the double-decker buses. Everything is pointing towards London. We're just going to hop right into the heart of London. Right in, like, downtown. Well, I guess not downtown, but right on the river. Somewhere down here. I mean, where do I even guess? Somewhere here. I think that's a decent guess. Yeah, I was over here by St. Paul's Cathedral. Maybe I was looking at St. Bartholomew's Hospital, or so I was looking at something here that's definitely very important that I didn't recognize. So my apologies if it was very obvious, but hey, we got that it was London. The London taxis helped. Yeah, we unfortunately just missed the 20k, and it's the Russia guess that really threw us for a loop there. Let's do the breakdown. And honestly, if I guessed Singapore like I truly thought it was, that would have saved the 20k as well, probably. But hey, honestly, 19k, very happy with it. And we're gonna do something different here. We're gonna go back. Well, not something different. I guess something common if you're used to this channel. We're gonna play 30 seconds. 30 seconds, no moving. I'm gonna do no moving, panning, or zooming. 30-second rounds to see if I can figure out where I am, because these should be pointing at the license plates. I hope it is. If not, we'll go back and we'll reset it. But speed round to end off the video. As always, guys, let's see if we can get it. No moving, panning, or zooming. Yellow license plates on the front. Mooie Stad Den Haag. Den Haag is in the Netherlands. Yellow license plates everywhere. It makes sense for the Netherlands. Den Haag is The Hague, if you guys didn't know the translation. I can't move, pan, or zoom. Mooie Stad. I studied a little bit of Dutch for a few months, so I very much recognize the language when I see it. Very flat, maybe a slight hill here. We're on a bridge, but yellow license plates everywhere. Plus, it helps that it says Den Haag. It's probably right at the terminal. It's probably like out here, actually, right on the coast. No, it's not. Oh, it's right here. Okay, perfect. But yeah, it was The Hague, and we get a really good score in our first round. Let's see if we can keep that going. Yellow rear plates. This looks to be the UK to me again. Feels very British architecture with all this brick. Yellow rear plates. Could be driving on the left or right, we don't know, but this is definitely UK with this brick architecture. I venture to guess it's a little further north, maybe something like Birmingham, Nottingham. It doesn't feel as South England to me. I'm going to hedge between Nottingham, Birmingham, and Manchester. Could easily just be on the outskirts of London, but I'm happy with this guess, and let's go. Oh, no! Oh, no, that was Netherlands again. Why was I so fixated on the UK? Well, I'm going to look at the road, and I'm going to be so upset with myself. this kind of road, this road here with these like angled bricks, I didn't even pay attention. I just looked at the cars and the brick architecture. So, tip for you guys that I seem to have forgotten in my own video. Very, very, very important tip for the Netherlands. When you see bricks like this, these like angled bricks that go through the road like this, Dutch, extremely Dutch. I should have realized it so quickly. So flat, Dutch style houses. Oh, this Dutch street sign, everything screams Netherlands here, and I messed up. That's my fault, guys. I apologize. That pavement, so Dutch. Keep that in mind so you guys don't mess up the same way I just did as we move on to round 3 of the speed round. Let's take a look here. We have some what looks to be Russian. I don't see a Ukrainian flag on the plate. I'm just going to guess this is Russia, but it feels almost Ukrainian, which is why I'm a little worried. I'm trying to see if I can maybe see a Ukrainian flag on the plate. Maybe. I'm looking at the language. I don't think it's Ukrainian language, not from what I can see. So I'm just going to guess Russia, somewhere near Moscow, and I think I got the country right. I did. Oh, it was Vladivostok. Was there anything that said Vladivostok here? Magazinov. No, that's just shop or something, right? Besplatnai. No, I don't think anything here said Vladivostok. But hey, I don't think I'm getting Vladivostok. I knew it felt weird. Like I said, it felt strange. And there's a Samsung building, actually, I think, just right there, which would have made sense for this part of Russia. That's basically China. That's crazy. But I got the country. And that's all I care about. I'm going for country streaks here. I know I messed up on the Netherlands. More Cyrillic, more white plates. I don't see anything else that would tell me otherwise. So I'm going to go Russia again. But guys, like, this is rough. This feels more, watch me say this. I was going to say this feels more Siberian or maybe even Southern Russian. Like, I'm going to hedge somewhere around Kazakhstan. But watch this just be Moscow when I say it's somewhere in the middle. But I think with this license plates, this language, it should just be Russia again. Let's see if I'm right. Yeah, okay, that was good. It was just near Yekaterinburg. It was in Perm. But I was right with the more Siberian feel to it. So thankfully, I managed to get a decent region guess on that Russia. And let's hope this last one's not Russia, for my own sake, right? What do we got here? We have red on the side of the plates with this barren landscape. Only a few countries use red on the side of the plates, but this country is definitely Kyrgyzstan. At least it should be. We're going to guess somewhere near Bishkek, as that's where a lot of the coverage is, but I won't be able to look down and see the roof rack. Maybe I can once I go to the official Google coverage, but Soviet-style building, these Soviet poles with the white painted bottoms, but the red on the left of the license plate, extremely common in Kyrgyzstan. You can get some red on the side of the plates in Tunisia, but those plates are black, and also sometimes in Albania. But with that landscape, this is not Tunisian, it's not Albanian. Feels very, like, almost Siberian. And look at this. If we could have seen this, you guys would have known there's something going on here. This is Kyrgyzstan. You can see the roof rack of the car, the famous Kyrgyzstan car. And yeah, we got some Cyrillic over here with the Kyrgyzstan coat of arms. Very, very cool location. But yeah, so that's it. We were in the Talas region in Chat Bazar. Let's take a look. Did we get 20k? I don't think we did. 15k because of getting Russia twice, but all the same, I'm quite happy with that. 15k on that last round. The only country we messed up was the Netherlands, and overall, I think we had a really good performance. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. Hopefully you learned some license plate metas if you didn't know them already. I didn't really learn too much new in this video, except for reminding myself of that Dutch pavement, of course, but I had a lot of fun recording this video, and hopefully you guys had fun watching. That'll do it for this episode of Road to Pro. If you enjoyed, leave a comment, like, subscribe to the Geoguessr YouTube channel. Help us hit 100k subs. Yeah, help us hit 100k subs. That'd be awesome, wouldn't it? You could be step 1 towards 100k. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.